Hari Om to all the Atmajyotis, divine light of the self. Last week, we all enjoyed Deepavali, the festival of lights. I'm sure most of us lit many lamps around our homes and hung colorful lights from our balconies and doorways, right? So let's start with a prayer about that light which is both inside and outside, the Atmajyoti. अंतर्ज्योतिः बहिर्ज्योतिः प्रत्यग्ज्योतिः परात्परा ज्योतिरेव ज्योतिः स्वयं ज्योतिः आत्मज्योतिः शिवोऽस्म्यहम्. Did you all know that we don't need oil to light a lamp? Oh, how can that be done? Did you ask? That's the power of our Indian classical music. There is this raga called Deepak in Hindustani music. If one sings that raga with great precision and devotion, lamps will start burning all by themselves. Amazing, right? There was this musician called Tansen. He was a magical musician who could bring fire or rain from his singing. He was one of the Navaratnas or 9 gems at the court of the Mughal Emperor Akbar. So let us now listen to the story of this legend called Tansen. Tansen was born in Gwalior as the son of a musician. Okay. He first served as a court musician of Raja Ramachandra Singh of Rewa and then the Emperor Akbar. But first, where was Tansen born? He was born in a village called Behata in Gwalior. His father was Mukunda Mishra and he was also a great poet. Tansen's birth name was Ramtanu. Ramtanu started showing his passion as a musician when he was just 6 years of age. He was only a child, but he was very mischievous and also very talented. And he often ran away to the jungle. And in the jungle, you know what he did? He learned how to imitate the calls of birds and wild animals. Once, a legendary singer named Swami Haridas was traveling through the forest with his disciples. The group was tired and they settled down to rest in a shady grove. And Ramtanu, the little boy, saw them. Strangers in the forest, he said to himself. It'll be fun to frighten them. And then he hid behind a tree and roared like a tiger. His imitation of a tiger's roar was so good that the little group of travelers scattered in fear. But Swami Haridas saw the small boy hiding behind a tree and laughing. Aha, said the master. There are no tigers here, only this naughty boy. Swami Haridas didn't punish this boy. He went to Ramtanu's father and said, Your son is very mischievous and he is immensely talented as well. I think I can make him a good singer. And so this boy learned music from Swami Haridas for 11 years and became a great singer. Ramtanu spent most of his adult life and career in the court and under the patronage of the king of Gwalior, named Raja Ramachandra Singh. He was a very close confidant of the king. That means he and the kings were great friends and they used to create music together also. And then the king conferred the title of Tansen to Ramtanu, by which he became famous. So Tansen's musical abilities got him widespread fame and followership. Then he also attracted the attention of the Mughal Emperor Akbar. Akbar sent several messengers to the Gwalior king and requested him to send Tansen so that he could join the musicians at the Mughal court. Tansen didn't want to leave, but Raja Ramchandra encouraged him so that Tansen could get a wider audience. So in 1562, at the age of 60, Tansen arrived for the first time in Akbar's court and later he became a part of Akbar's Navaratnas. Akbar admired him a lot. And of course, this was not taken well by his old courtiers, and they became jealous of Tansen's privileges. What did they do? They schemed to get rid of Tansen. They planned to burn Tansen while he sang the Raga Deepak. So, this rag had a strange power. When it was sung sincerely by an expert practitioner, it could create heat in the singer, and also the environment around him would also heat up. So, the courtiers, what did they do? They spread the word that Tansen could make a lamp light up with his singing. Akbar heard about this. Naturally, he asked Tansen to perform this and show him how it is done. Tansen was very, very afraid and hesitant about agreeing to this because he could not disobey the king, but he could not go ahead with this performance also. Why? Because he knew that if he started singing the Deepak, his body would also heat up and eventually he would burn. So he requested some time to prepare for this special performance, and then he thought and thought and thought and then came up with a solution. The antidote to Raga Deepak was Rag Megha Malhar. This rag could produce rain whenever it was sung properly. But who could sing it with that kind of passion? Then Tansen approached his daughter. She was also a great singer and said, "Only you can save me now, my dear daughter. You have to learn the Raga Megha Malhar and learn to sing it so well that it would start raining. Rain bearing crowds should gather in the sky and then they had to start showering on us when I sing the Raga Deepak." So Tansen's daughter, of course, agreed to this so that she could save her father from sure death. And then both the father and daughter practiced hard. And then the day of the great concert dawned. Naturally, people from far and wide assembled to witness this feat of Tansen. They were very eager to hear the great singer and watch him light up lamps with his singing. And then Tansen started singing the Rag Deepak. Soon the temperature of the auditorium started rising. Suddenly the hall was lit with countless diyas, lamps. And then as the music continued, everything in the surrounding area started catching fire. People started panicking and started running helter skelter. But suddenly, another melodious voice was heard. Tansen's daughter started singing the Raga Megha Malhar, which brought clouds and rains all over to douse the fire. Thus, Tansen was saved. So, Tansen thus performed many such miracles through his amazing singing. He composed several ragas including Bhairav, Darbar Todi, Darbari Kannada, Malhar, Sarang, and Rageshwari. For this reason, Tansen is considered the founder of Hindustani classical music. In fact, every school of music that exists today in India tries to trace its origins back to him. The Dhrupad style of music is likely to have been started by him and his guru. His contribution to the world of music is priceless, and hence Tansen is still revered by leading singers and composers across the world. So, a national music festival known as the Tansen Samaroh is held every year in December near the tomb of Tansen. Where is this? This is at Behat to keep his memory and his legacy alive. And then the Tansen Samman or the Tansen Award is given to exponents of Indian classical music. There are two conflicting versions regarding the year of Tansen's death, but one can safely say that he breathed his last in the decade of the 1580s. Tansen's remains were buried in the mausoleum complex of his Sufi master Sheikh Muhammad Ghaus in Gwalior. So let us all take inspiration from Tansen. What is it? to do whatever we do in our lives with passion and dedication. Then we'll be able to make the impossible possible. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityormamamrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.